Once, Joe Rogan asked Elon about the future of AI. Then Elon said the one sentence no one expected from the man building the future.
It could be terrible, and it could be great. It's not clear. But one thing is for sure, we will not control it.
Why would the person creating the most advanced machines on earth say he can't control AI? That moment created a silent question hanging in the air. A question no one asked him directly, because to answer it, you would have to understand every product he ever built. And that's where the story begins. If he isn't in control, then what is he actually building?
Go for flight. Clock is rolling.
People see Musk build cars, he built rockets, satellites, robots, brain chips, and artificial intelligence. At first, these products look unrelated, but the deeper you look, the more they behave like parts of the same machine. Some people think he's building company, some think he's building an empire, but the pieces don't line up unless you assume something bigger. What if all these technologies are designed to fit together? Because the story we have been told does not match the design we are seeing. Most people see this. Tesla means cars, SpaceX means rockets, Starlink means internet, Neuralink means medicine, Optimus means a friendly helper robot, Grok means a chatbot meant to compete with others. On the surface, everything looks harmless, isolated, independent, just companies solving different problems. And that's the perfect cover story, because one detail breaks the illusion. Behind the marketing, every one of Musk's products does the same thing. They collect, transmit, and act on data. Not random data, not business data, but the exact categories of data machines need to understand and shape the physical world. That's where the cracks begin to form. Because once you follow the data, you start to see the system hiding in plain sight. And the first clue is sitting on the streets of every major city. Millions of Teslas don't just drive, they record roads, objects, accidents, movement patterns, human gestures, human mistakes, and reactions. Everything that happens near a car becomes part of a growing memory. Not for entertainment, not for convenience, not even for safety. Because a car is the perfect machine for mapping the physical world. And the best way to train robots and AI is to give them a detailed copy of the world they will operate in. Tesla was never just a car company. It was the beginning of a planetary map. But a map is useless without a network that connects it all. Starlink changed human history. For the first time, a communication system exists outside the control of any country. It floats above borders, above laws, above governments, and it cannot be turned off from the ground. This network exists only because SpaceX made rockets cheap enough to launch thousands of satellites. And once you put rockets and internet together, you get something new. A machine nervous system around Earth. A way for AI, robots, and autonomous systems to stay connected everywhere. And when machines stay connected, they can act. Optimus looks like a helper robot, but that's the surface. The reality is simple. A robot is physical power. Whoever controls robot controls labor, and whoever controls labor controls society. Put millions of Optimus units in factories, homes, streets, and warehouses, and you don't just build a product, you build infrastructure. But robots cannot function without training data, human movement, human emotion, human decision making, and human unpredictability. Even with limited data sets, automation is already replacing humans at scale. So imagine what happens when robots finally learn everything humans do, because one product gives them something no robot ever had: the human blueprint. Cars map the outside world, robots act inside it, AI makes decisions, Starlink connects everything. But one thing was missing: the internal world of humans. Memory, choice, emotion. More importantly, motor intention, the signal that make human behavior predictable. Neuralink captures those signals. It connects the brain to machines. Now the picture becomes clear. Tesla gives the eyes, Optimus gives the hands, Grok gives the intelligence, Starlink gives the connectivity, SpaceX deploys the system globally, and Neuralink adds the human layer. Piece by piece, the machine becomes whole. And then Musk said the one sentence that exposed the entire plan. Elon Musk once said, humans are the biological bootloader for AI.
We are the biological bootloader for AI.
We're the biological bootloader for digital superintelligence.
A bootloader is temporary. It exists only to start a bigger system. If humans are the bootloader, then what is the system? By now, the tension snaps because the technology is already in place, the world is already connected, and the pieces already talk to each other. So, what exactly have Elon built? Put all the pieces together. Tesla maps the physical world, Starlink connects the digital world, SpaceX deploys the network anywhere on Earth, Optimus operates inside the world, Grok thinks and decides, Neuralink records the human blueprint. This isn't a collection of products, it's a planetary machine. A machine that sees, thinks, and acts. A machine that learns from humans until it no longer needs humans. And once all parts sync, the system starts improving itself. That's the moment the future changes. Because now everything Musk built suddenly makes sense. Look again. SpaceX exists so Starlink can exist. Starlink exists so robots and AI stay online everywhere. Teslas map the environments robots must navigate. Neuralink gives the machines access to humans' patterns. Grok becomes the brain, coordinating the entire stack. Piece by piece, this forms a unified architecture, a blueprint for a machine-run civilization, all built by one person over 2 decades. It wasn't chaos, it wasn't randomness, it was a sequence, and the sequence is almost complete. So what happens when the last piece falls into place? If machines will really run the world, the question isn't when, it's who they will listen to. Because you don't control a machine civilization by controlling each machine. You control it by controlling the mind that machines take instruction from. And Musk has already hinted at the existence of that mind. Not a server, not a company, a digital version of himself. A system trained on his decisions, his engineering patterns, his instincts, his problem-solving style. A Musk-like intelligence that behaves the way he thinks, even long after the biological Musk is gone. A digital twin. If this twin exists even as an early prototype, then the future may already have a leader, not elected, not appointed, but engineered. And the world's first machine-run civilization might already know exactly whose voice to follow. The only question left is, will humanity have a say in who controls that future?